What's up, everyone? Sorry for not having uploaded constantly for like this past week. I just been doing a project and I'm turning it in tomorrow. So I'm finished now, so I'm able to do some more videos. But what I noticed was actually there's a new update. I'm actually on the Hive page right now on my desktop or laptop, and it's a new version 2.1.1 update. And if you already look, yep, it's the Panda Warrior that we talked about earlier, the new fusion that was leaked and then announced shortly after. So I have not yet seen the other attribute monsters. We know what the fire one has, but we did not see these other ones, and I have not looked at it yet. I'm sure some of you already have, but for those that don't, it's going to be kind of like a live reaction, I guess, to what their skills are. But I have heard that the light one is good, so we'll see. All right, so Summoner's War version 2.1.1, blah 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 blah, and it's going to be updated automatically, so that's cool. I think actually we'll have to go to the App Store maybe. But, alright, so Panda Warrior, new monster, we saw that. The Fire one kind of just confirms the skills that we saw here, and also in the developer's notes. So, it's 3 times on the first skill, 30% chance to decrease the target's defense for 2 turns. Now, just doing a little bit of quick math in my head, that's like, what, like 50 to 60% chance, something like that, to land the defense? No, it's like 66% chance. Yeah, it's like a 66% chance, but I'm sure you'll get increased harmful effect, probably up to like 50% chance, which increases it to like an 80-ish% chance. And that, what I mean by that is just to land it one time, because if you hit them 3 times and it's 30% chance, it's not a 90% chance to land it. It's just landing the defense break once, ignoring the whole resistance accuracy thing. So it's like 66% chance to land it, which is okay. I mean, defense break on first skill is pretty cool. Removes harmful effects and puts on counterattack and heals 15%. Oh. Okay, so in the video, we only saw that it was on him. The healing was only on him, but that's because he was the only monster in there. It does it for the entire team. So he puts the counterattacking on himself, but then he puts on the healing effect on his entire team for 2 turns. So it's of all allies. That is, okay, so that is cool. That is really cool. So that could actually be a pretty cool skill. It's that's 30% healing since it's only for 2 turns. But that's 30% heals. That could be potentially good for some places like Necro, maybe even Raid, and since he has fire attribute, quite possibly in Arena. So yeah, that's so cool. He's got built-in revenge there too. So then attacks the enemy 4 times with each strike, 50%. So we all know these skills. And it's proportionate to the defense and enemy's max HP. So definitely for boss type monsters, that'd be really cool. And quite possibly in Arena. I'm actually seeing this. It looks kind of like it could be useful in Arena since it is a tanky fire unit that can deal some damage. Alright, so here we go on to the real monsters here that just got added to. So same first attack. Second attack attacks all enemies 3 times with each strike, having a 15% chance to remove a beneficial effect. So just one. So it's a 15% chance to remove 1 beneficial effect and stuns them for 1 turn. Oh, and it's according to the max HP. Ooh. If we could get the damage multipliers and the scaling on the second skill, that could be a really good monster. Quite potentially something that you could use in like Guild Wars a lot, and probably even live PvP. This would be a really good live PvP monster. Okay, so the third skill, Reckless Assault, launches a reckless attack that damages the enemy by 70. What? So it damages the enemy by 70% of its HP at the cost of receiving the same amount of damage. Damage can't exceed your current HP, and it will be 20% less effective against. Okay, so it's only going to be 54% of the HP of the boss. Wait, no. What? That doesn't make any sense. Launches a reckless attack that damages the enemy by 70% of its HP. That it's saying that it removes 70%. The wording is really weird. I think the translations from Korean to English are a little weird, but I don't know if this is correct. It damages the enemy by 70% of its HP, but it receives the same amount. So let's say this guy's 40k HP and the other guy's 10k. It's going to take away 7,000. Or so let's say that guy has 40,000. It's going to take away 28,000. That's freaking ridiculous. But it is 20% less effective against. That's still ridiculous, though. If this takes away 70% of its HP, but it's 20% less effective against boss enemies, is it supposed to be like it calculates to 70%? Well, then it'd be like what, 54%, 20% of the 70%, or is it supposed to be 50%? That's still ridiculous. It takes away 50% of the boss's HP. That's going to be something way nerfed, like the Fire Fairy King in Rift. I don't mean to spend too much time on it, but the Fire Fairy King is supposed to take like 15% of the HP away or something like that, but it doesn't take nearly that much in Rift. So I doubt it's going to be like 70% or 50% or whatever it's supposed to be on bosses. I doubt it's going to be anything like that. It's going to have some weird calculation. All right, on to the next one. This water one looks pretty interesting though. I mean, I wish this third one would have been different. Maybe like another AoE or something, but that second one looks really cool, especially because it removes beneficial effects. All right, wind one removes harmful effects. Okay, so the same thing as the fire one, where it removes all harmful effects on the own monster, and then puts on counterattacking, and then puts on the healing effect on all enemies. This doesn't heal, just to clarify that. It's not an actual heal. It puts on a buff that heals you every time you move, and it puts on that for 2 turns. So it heals by 15%. You know, like Vanessa, or even like Lima, something like that? Yeah, that's what it puts on. Okay, so, and this is a passive. Your attack bar increases by 30% whenever you are attacked. Your attacks will inflict additional damage that is proportionate to your defense whenever you attack. Ooh. That could be another good Guild War monster on offense. Like a tank, because you increase your attack bar every time you're hit, and then you can actually do more damage based on the defense. But it's not on revenge proccing. It's only whenever you attack. So I don't know if that's going to be actually like a revenge thing that you can do to mix it with the second skill. I think this is solely based right here. Oops, it's a picture. I think it's only when it's your turn. Like Amin, he can't heal on revenge procs. So I think that's what they mean. If not, then that's still cool, because this is completely defense based attacks because it's a passive. All right, the light one. This is the one that everyone's been talking about. It's got a passive, so I have a feeling it's going to be good. Same first skill. The second skill is that AoE attack where he removes beneficial effects, right? And he stuns them. I thought it was remove beneficial effects, but it's only one beneficial effect. So, I mean, still good though, and it's 3 times. I hope that 15% chance goes up, because honestly, that 15% chance is really low. But that could be if you get that harmful effects up, or the harmful effect rate up. That'd be freaking awesome. Then the passive skill. Here we go. The effect of all attack bar increasing skills of both allies and enemies will be decreased by 50%. Your attack bar will increase by 20% whenever an enemy uses an attack bar increasing skill. This skill will not apply to an opponent that has the same skill or boss. Oh, what the fuck? All right, well, this guy, I feel like could be really game changing, but he's a light natural 5-star. I mean, who's gonna get him? I feel like this could be really broken. All of those Bernard teams, all of those Orion teams, Vertihill type stuff, all of that's decreased by 50%. And then whenever someone activates an attack bar increasing skill, his goes up by 20%. That's freaking awesome. And then you mix it in with an AoE attack. If this has a low cooldown, holy shit, that'd be crazy. All right, so the dark one has the same second skill as the fire one and the wind one. And then the third skill is an AoE. Attacks all enemies, decreasing their attack bar for 2 turns, and casts a shield on yourself equivalent to 20% of the damage inflicted for 3 turns. Okay, so it's kind of like, I don't really think there's any kind of skill. It's kind of like, I guess, Conrad mixed, more or less. Not really. It's more like Lucas, where it puts on a shield based on the damage, but then it also has the AoE attack break. But, I mean, it depends on how the damage is. I'm not too impressed by the dark one. But that light one, that light one could really be game-changing for a lot of different defenses and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see what this could really do, because this is a passive. So he's a 50% chance to use that second skill, right? So they use their Bernard or whatever. He's super fast. He'll increase his by 20%. They only increase by 15%. He will go first, maybe. Most likely, if you can get him super fast. And then he can use this skill, which will stun. That could be really freaking terrifying. But only if he's super fast. Even with like Orions and stuff like that. That could be really crazy. Okay, so new recipes. We saw that. Fire, Panda Warrior, Horus. The Water Horus, Kung Fu Girl. and then the other ones that you have to do, and then the 3 new secret dungeons. 3 new secret dungeons. Okay, Fire Beast Hunter for everyone that has been wanting to get them. Water Grim Reaper and the Wind Lizard Man. Okay, so now everything is back to normal. Everything is farmable, except of course the new fusion. But oh yeah, no. Now all of the previous fusions. So Veramos will now be farmable. Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. And then UI improvements. Yeah, you can read that on your own if you want to. But wow. Okay, so now they've just made Veramos completely farmable. All right, up here. They just made Veramos completely farmable. I'd say 1 or 2, maybe 3 game-changing monsters. Possibly the fire one can be for arena defenses, since a lot of people like Kumar. This could be kind of like a poor man's Kumar. The water one, kind of more like, I don't know, like a better Chandra version, kind of. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the water one or the wind one, not so much. Really not. But that light one, oh my god, that light one is crazy. But this water one could be really broken if this third skill is interesting. But it just sounds too overpowered to actually be realistic. Like, if this literally takes away 70% of the enemy's HP, just boom, like that, that's going to be crazy for like raids and stuff like that. Because only 20% less effective, that's still freaking crazy. Oh, okay. I get it. 70% of this monster's max HP. Or current HP. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But if this does 70% of his own HP, that could still be okay. Because that's like what? Probably like if you max him at like, I'm going to guess he's like a 50k, or I mean a HP based monster, so you could get him to like 40 to 45k HP. That'd still be like a 30 to 35k hit, but it's single target. So I mean, I guess we'll see. But I don't want to ramble on. That's basically the new monsters. You can go check them out for yourself. I think the light one's definitely the greatest one. That could be freaking game changing. If it was just this skill and then some bullshit second skill like that removes the harmful effects and that kind of thing, then it wouldn't be really that crazy. But this is an AoE buff removing effect that stuns, that like Gianna kind of, but it's a fixed chance, so it's not a 100% chance to do it where Gianna's is. But this one doesn't need to remove it to stun. But that's freaking crazy. Oh, that is so freaking crazy. Okay, this light natural 5-star is gonna be really terrifying. I am definitely scared for anyone that gets him. Oh man. All right, I will see you guys soon. I just need to turn in my project, interview, stuff like that, and then I'll be back to my normal recording schedule. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.